Took a few too many of them, but it's fine. I'll put some ice under it, heal up. Be back dancing in a few weeks.
Were you expecting him to come out with those kicks, or did he catch you off guard?
No, I was expecting a little bit of them. One thing is, I didn't expect how fast they were coming out. I thought I was going to be able to notice that earlier. But, we make adjustments. I've been doing this for so long. We made adjustments. Every time he switched southpaw, that's what he was throwing, and I caught on to him, and he was missing, I was countering, and, my coaches did a great job of telling me what to look out for, and, I adapted well.
Going off of that, it seems like he came out pretty hot in round one. He threw a lot, but it didn't seem like he was connecting with a whole lot. So is it fair to say that it's pretty much what you game planned for?
Yeah, oh, absolutely. He, yesterday at the weigh-ins, he made it very known. He was talking a lot of shit, trying to say I was the nervous one, and he put a lot of pressure on himself tonight, and that's exactly what I was expecting, him to come out all hot and, try to get me out of there early and try to establish some dominance, and I just let him wear himself out a little bit, and then as the fight went on, I took over.
Was all that talking, was that just like pre-fight talk? And even at the end when you took him down, you just kind of threw him to the canvas at the end of the bell. Was that just competitiveness in there?
Yeah, a little bit of competitive and a little bit of me trying to bitch him a little bit, hey, the fight's over, I won, all that shit you were talking, it's out of the window now. You can try to talk yourself into fights, and you just can't do it. I've been doing this for way too long. It doesn't affect me. I'm a professional. I know that I need to go in there and get the job done, and he'll learn a lot from this.
And he seems pretty confident that he had done enough to win the fight. He looked pretty surprised when they read the scorecards. Were you surprised that he was surprised how the scorecards went?
Yeah, a little bit. I looked at him and listen, bro, don't take it to offense, man. I've been getting robbed my whole career. You didn't get robbed, like, trust me, you know what I mean? But I don't know why he thought he did a lot. I don't really think he hit me with much. He hit me in the back of the head a few times when I was ducking down. His kicks were getting blocked. He was missing a lot, and he's a very spazzy guy, but he's very explosive, and I had to be careful tonight.
And finally, unrelated to this fight, I have to ask you, this is your first fight since Anthony Johnson passed away. I know you trained with him for so long, so what were your memories with him, and what did you feel when you heard the news, and where were you?
Yeah, man, I knew everything was coming here and get me emotional up here now. I love him, bro. I still love him today. Teammates, brothers, good friends, we're roommates, and I had to go out there and win for him. You know what I mean? And it's just to see a guy lose his life at 38, going through the things he went through over the last year, it was just hard to watch and hard to see, especially a guy like that. I know we say it a lot when it happens to people, but he didn't deserve that. And I know a lot of people that have that condition, they don't deserve it. I guess it's just the cards were dealt in life, and it's good to see he's not suffering the way I watched it. That's the silver lining you can take out of that. But he's just an incredible person, incredible human being, and he'll always be in my heart when I'm in there.
So man, just to change gears, go back to the fight a little bit. Why do you think he was talking so much shit yesterday and today? Do you think it was just like a big step up in opponent? Maybe he was trying to convince himself more than anything. Why do you think he was talking a lot of shit?
Yeah, absolutely. That's 100% what I thought. Whatever you need to do to talk yourself into fighting, that's all good for me. You know what I mean? He asked for this fight, and I obliged. He got what he asked for, and he's a very tough opponent. You know what I mean? But there's levels. I think I'm on a different level than he is. It showed tonight, and he still has a lot to grow. But like I said earlier, he'll learn a lot from this.
There was a moment in the fight where he tried to sweep your feet out from underneath you, and you just sort of went onto his back. I'm curious, when that happens in the moment, do you think, well, that was stupid, dude, now I'm in your back?
Absolutely. I probably bit my lip not to laugh about it. Like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, fucking Karate Kid? Like, you really tried to fucking sweep my legs like this? But you know what it showed? It showed desperation. Nothing was working for him. His kicks weren't landing. His punches were missing, and he had to try something out of the norm. And we've been doing this for so long. I see everything coming, and I saw it from a mile away.
There you go. You seem to have one of the hottest crowd reactions of the night. How does that affect you throughout the course of the fight, and what was your reaction to hearing the crowd?
I love it. I love it. That love right there shows me that I still belong in the UFC. at the top of this division, regardless of where I am. I'm always gonna give a show. Like I said earlier, this is my promotion, and I've been here for 13 years. You know, I'm not slowing down. I'm not stopping. I'm gonna keep on fighting the best of the best, and challenge myself day in, day out, and just get it how it comes. You know, like I said, I want to be back up there with Dustin and Justin and, you know, all these guys up here fighting for this big money, and you know, I deserve those spots, and I'll work my way back up to it.
And follow up, it seems that he was doing a lot of showboating in there. Is that something that you were prepared for, and when you in the course of training?
Yeah, not in the course of training, just from watching his fights. You know, he's a cocky fighter. You know, but he's young, he's aggressive. I was like that earlier, you know, in my career. And me being a veteran and him being, you know, where he is, I knew it was gonna come. So I just let him talk himself out. You know, he can talk all he wants, but you know, you gotta fight. You know, if you talk and don't back it up, you know, that's where it comes.
Thank you.
First of all, congratulations on the victory. You've been successful for a very long time. So do you feel like your experience kind of helped you figure out his game pretty early on in the fight? Like, man, I've seen this before. I've kind of seen a little bit of everything.
Yeah, absolutely. That's what I told him at the weigh-ins. Like, he's like, oh, you're nervous and this and that. I'm like, bro, like, I fought everybody in the world. Like, you're the last guy to make me nervous. Like, trust me. You know, so I just went there, took my time, you know, let him miss, counter when I needed to counter, scored when I needed to score, and defended every one of his takedowns. You know, like I said, me and Greg Jones, you know, worked a lot, and he really put in my head that, you know, this, you know, not disrespected the UK guys and everybody, but, you know, his wrestling's not good enough. He just started wrestling. You know, I've been wrestling, and, you know, it showed.
Congratulations. Thank you.
Thank you.
What'd you say to him after the fight? Was it a respect thing, or did you squash the beef?
It was a little bit of a respect thing. You know, I might have called him a bitch after I slammed him, but you have to rewatch that. But, you know, it's one of those things. Like I said, I grabbed him at the end because he thought he was like, oh, you got robbed. And I'm like, listen, bro, like, you're fucking tough. Keep doing this. You know, I've been on the bad end of bad decisions, but this wasn't one of them. You know, so just like I said, he'll learn a lot from this. And I'm glad to have shared the cage with such a tough competitor, because he really is. And if that shows you know, I don't stray away from anybody. I'll fight the young up-and-comers. I'll fight the guys that are tough. I'll do whatever I need to do to prove myself and to the UFC that I still belong here and I deserve these big shots.
This being said, you had the best sprawls in MMA after the first shot.
Yeah.
So did you see his emotions change after the first attempt?
Oh yeah, absolutely. I looked it right in his eyes, and you know, you shoot two of them, and then you don't shoot another one until the end of the second or the third. You know, that's how you know you got him. And you know, like I said, that's my game plan, man. Fast feet, heavy hips, circle off, keep moving. You know, we work that day in, day out. So muscle memory.
Congrats.
Thank you.
Hey guys.
Just one more over here. You look just great performance tonight. Everything was measured, sharp. Where would you rank this performance just throughout your UFC career?
I would rank it among one of my best performances all around. You know, I stayed composed. I didn't, you know, overpunch myself. You know, I took what he was giving me, and you know, like I said, I didn't lose my composure in there. He's very hard to hit in his face. You know, he's got very good head movement and very good defense up top. So, you know, me and my guy Jason Straub made sure to stay on the body, and keep moving. You know, not bloating, but I got some of the best hands in the UFC and all around. So I'm willing to challenge any of these boxers that want to come over and fight an MMA guy. You know, I'll go and jump in the ring with everybody, and I don't have to wrestle in boxing. So, so you know, hopefully down the road, you know, one of those will come along.
Yeah, for sure. The hands look heavy, sharp, and I think your discipline, it seemed like, was throwing him off, because and that's why he threw the crazy thing at the end where he rolled forward and kind of kicked you on your back. So, yeah, man, congrats, and definitely the discipline was just amazing.
Yeah, thank you, really appreciate it.
So when you heard Dustin say he has the best boxing in MMA, you're like, hey, wait a minute.
Dustin said that?
People have brought it.
I knocked him out a while ago, but he still must be a little delirious if he got the best boxing. I mean, when he fights guys that just throw wild shots, and Dustin's boxing is very clean. Like, don't get me wrong, but I think he's one of the better boxers in the division and the UFC around. But me, nah, he's not better than me. You know, I think I got the best boxing in all of UFC.
All right. Thanks, guys.
Thank you guys.